Oh, sorry. A very good afternoon to everyone. A very good afternoon to everybody. Please take out your English textbook. Please take out your English textbook. Kindly take out your English textbook. Okay, let me share the screen with you all.
Ma'am,
We have
page number.
already, I'll tell you. Okay, page number 48. Everybody has to learn the toughest, the difficult, hardest tongue twister. Difficult tongue twister. The most difficult one. What is the tongue twister? Packet, port cut, full cord. Packet, port cut, full cord. Packet, port cut, full cord. Okay, this is the tongue twister. Lesson 16, the magical world of science. We'll read and learn. Okay. SCIENCE. Tiny or Timmy. It's a proper noun. You can pronounce whichever way you like. You can call it, read it as Timmy. You can read it as Timmy, whichever you like. Was trying hard to learn spelling of science for her dictation text. The next day, 1 second, let me. Okay. She always got it wrong. Timmy was a little girl like you, so she was learning the spelling of science for her dictation test, which she used to always get it wrong. She used to have problem in remembering the spelling, so she was learning the spelling. Why do we have to learn spelling? Why do we have to learn history? Why do we have to learn tables? And why in the world do we have to study science? Why ask Timmy or Timmy? She was fed up of trying to remember things that she could not understand. So Timmy was, as I said, she was a girl like you who was finding who was finding it difficult to learn the spelling. So she was started asking, why do we need to learn spellings? Why do we need to learn history? History means study about the past. Why do we need to learn table? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 5 ones are 5, 9 ones are 9. Why? Why do we need to learn this? And on all top of it, we need to study the subject science also. This is like so boring. She's like, I'm really tired because I'm not able to understand these things and I'm not able to remember also. Yes, Janvi, any doubt?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Janvi.
Ma'am, we should underline those words.
Yes, you can underline.
Excuse
so it
me.
will help you to read it. Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I joined late because of network issues.
It's okay, dear.
Okay.
Okay. Limey or Limmy. Limey or Limmy. Her elder sister was watching her. Tiny. Science is not hard at all. If you understand it, you remember it easily, said Limey. So Limey is her elder sister who said science is not at all hard. If you understand, it is easy. You can remember it easy. For example, when we started reading the chapter Beware of Mikhailovich, it was so difficult, right? Then later on now, if I'll ask you today also after so many days about Beware of Mikhailovich, everybody will be jumping with the answers. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes. So if you understand, it is easy. If you don't, when we were learning tenses, starting with tenses, everybody was watching. What is tense? What is this? What is that? Now, if I give you an example, you will answer me, popping out with the answers, right? Jumping out with the answers. But, Didi, even if I understand it, so what? It is the most boring subject in the world. It is just diagrams and explain the working of this and what is this process called What is the use of science? Tiny is telling to her elder sister Limi, as you call your elder sister Chechi, in North India, northern part of India or the eastern and western part of India, most of us call our elder sister as Didi. Most of us call our elder sister as Didi. Okay. So she's telling, even if I understand, what is the use? Because you know what is the history? EVS 2 is your history and science is EVS 1. Okay. So she's telling, it is so boring. In the science book, she's telling it's only diagrams. The diagrams is there. Process is there. Process means the life cycle of any insect or water cycle or invention of this, that, how this thing is made, how leaves prepare food for itself. These all things are there in science, right? So she's telling, what is the use of learning this? Is it of any use for me? So process, diagram, if you want, you can understand, not compulsion. Okay. Laimi looked at her sister in surprise. She was like surprised. What is this Taimi saying? Just try to imagine your world without science. We did this activity, right? We imagined our world without science. Did we imagine that day? Yes, remember? So she's telling, try to imagine. So I can imagine it very well. There would be no science subject and no science teacher. In that period, we could watch cartoons, eat ice cream, and draw. It would be delightful. So, Taimi is telling to her sister that I can imagine it so easily. It's so nice. For her, science is just a subject. For her, science is just a subject. So, there is going to be science subject. So, if there is no science subject, no teacher. No teacher means she is free in that period to do whatever she wants. Then she can watch cartoons, she can eat ice cream, she can draw. It will be full delightful. Delightful means enjoyable. She'll be enjoying. Then Laimi again she tells, okay, my dear sister, if there is no science, you would be living in a cave with no electricity. We discussed this, remember? We will be living in cave with no electricity. No electricity would mean no television or fridge. No television means no cartoons, no fridge means no ice cream, and no ice cream. There would be no books because books are made with papers, and papers we get it from trees. Can we get the same wood and make it as a paper? No, science is required there to process the paper. And there would be no books, no pencils. And just by chance, if a mosquito were to bite you in the cave, you would get malaria. There would be no medicine to cure you. Even medicines, we get it with the help of science. Everything, I can say, everything in this world is with the help of science. So if how will they test also? There will be no doctor to get themselves treated. They will not even identify it as malaria or dengue, yes? As they came. So no television, malaria, medicines, okay. Tiny scratched her head. What is this? All things like science, electricity, television, malaria, what all things happening here? Then again, line is telling, science is a part of our life. Science is a part of our life. Limey went on. It helps us and makes our life better. Look around you. What do you see in this room? So Limey is telling science is a part of our life. It helps us and it makes our lives better. Science has made our life easy also, right? If you think, science has made our life easy. Earlier, if you would have seen your grandparents or parents, your mothers, I don't know. My mother used to do. Your mothers, if they won't, I don't know whether they know. They used to grind the ginger, garlic, the ingredients which is required for cooking in that stone. Just grind it on the stone. Yes. Stone. Not that even now also many are doing, right? Yeah, like this one.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So now we have mixing grinder. We have blenders. We have choppers.
Ma'am,
We have juicers.
Ma'am, I make that in the mix, not in the mixer grinder, in that thing.
Tuk 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 tuk, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, in Kerala, in all the houses that, what is it? I don't know what is it called. I don't know. I don't know. Tuk something. So it is there in all the houses, right?
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, is it food processor?
Yes.
Is it food processor?
It's not like see food processor we are using to in today's world, but olden days they were using it with a stone.
Ma'am, I know how to tell it.
Ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay, fine. If you all know, then it's very good. I don't have to explain you all much, so that's easy for me. Okay.
ma'am, with
See
a
now,
fridge.
one
Ma'am,
minute,
with a
mute. Now we all have washing machine.
yes, ma'am.
Everybody has a refrigerator and a fridge.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody has a fan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
You have a juicer. Most of us have a juicer, water purifier. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Life is too easy, right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
With the help of science. Okay. So she's Laimi is explaining them, and then she asks, "See in the room. What can you see which is in this room?" She's telling, "I see my notebook, pencil, my bed, Mama's mobile phone, the fan, and you." That time she's telling that she is able to see only notebook, pencil, bed, Mama's phone, and the fan, and you. All the things that are there in this world, sorry, work according to the to certain rules. All these things work according to a certain rule. See, for example, even my spectacles. Can you think, is there a science over here in this spectacle?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because there are many things. The folding also, the basic folding of the spectacles is required some science in that. So anything in this world, if then she continues, even even your body means our heart, our brain. Brain gives information to all the different parts of the body. Yes or no?
Yes.
If we feel hot, we will move our hand behind, right? How? Brain is giving a signal to hand. You have to pull your hand behind. So like this entire process which is there in the world, which is working, even like leaves, they prepare food on their own, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How? With the help of sunlight. And the process begins. Science. It's a natural thing, but still science is there in the natural thing. Yes? Then since ancient times, people have questioned. Means they have asked question, how is this working? How is this happening? Studied, understood the rules. Then they used this knowledge and invented new things. Set timing, thinking hard. One minute, what happened? Just a minute, okay?
Ma'am, the energy is the
Yeah, I've seen. Okay. Do you know how electricity was discovered?
ma'am, can you show the
Benjamin Franklin, an American scientist, flew a kite with a metal key attached to it in a thunderstorm.
ma'am, can you show the first line? I didn't
Singer, please wait. The lightning charged the key and he got an electric shock. This proved that he had been thinking about that lightning and electricity are related. Today, nothing in the world works without electricity. So Benjamin Franklin, a scientist, an American scientist, he flew a kite with a metal key. Okay. Normally, when we are flying a kite, we are just flying a kite with the string. We are not attaching anything. Or sometimes we are in that emotional mood, we write some notes on the kite, but we do not attach anything because we think the weight will come and it will not fly. But Benjamin Franklin, he attached a metal key and he flew a kite. That when in a thunderstorm, when there's thunderstorm and lightning in our place, what our parents will do? They will put you in a room, they'll switch off all the electrical gadgets, They will remove, unplug your computer, telephone, internet. Yes or no? Happens, yes? Most of the houses I've seen. They'll switch off, they'll remove all the plugs first thing. Yes?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is very common, which I've seen here. So, but what did Benjamin Franklin did? What did he
Excuse
do?
me, ma'am.
He flew a kite with a metal key, and the lightning charged the
Excuse me,
lightning.
ma'am.
Yes, Adidev.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. The lightning charged the key, and he got an electric shock. He got a shock. This proved that he was thinking about that lightning. He was thinking that lightning and electricity are related. But he wanted to check. How will he check? So he did it with the metal object. Today, now, can you imagine our world without electricity? We will not have anything without electricity. Will not have anything without electricity. Yes or no? Our mobile phones, our emergency lights. Everything needs electricity to get it charged. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Even if we say today we don't have, we can use our inverter. But inverter also needs to be charged with the help of electricity. Yes? Okay. Now, I am already sweating at the very thought of no electricity except timing. See, for one day, example, one day if you wake up in the morning and there is no electricity, how will you behave? How do you react? Oh, no electricity. When you reach home after traveling from somewhere and it's a hot day, Mama, switch on the fan. Mama is like, no electricity today. From afternoon there is no. Oh
Excuse
my
me, ma'am.
God. No electricity. Yes, Achut.
Ma'am, really from today, from 10:30, there's no electricity here.
Oh my
Ma'am, from
God.
that time, I am hearing that dring, dring, dring sound of that fan.
Okay. It's really difficult. Like, we'll check all the switches again and again whether electricity has come and we have kept the buttons off.
Yeah.
Yes, we do that. And see, some of our houses we have two-way switch. So there are two buttons. So what we will do, we'll keep the switch on of the button which does not have a two-way switch. I do that. So even I think you all will be doing, right?
Excuse
Okay,
me, ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am,
Catherine.
they will on a light which works in electricity and key.
Yeah.
And they will know when the light comes,
Yeah.
they will
Yeah,
know
ma'am.
that
We will
electricity.
do like that.
Okay. Now imagine if Alexander Graham Bell had not invented the telephone, we would not be able to talk to people halfway across the globe while sitting comfortably in our homes. In fact, the internet, email, computers, smartphones, tablet, all these have changed our lives so much. If you think about this, if you think about it, they are miracles. Okay, so now, like many of our parents are working abroad, right? Many of our parents are there who are working abroad. Sometimes they are working in a different city. Sometimes don't consider different cities. Now, many of your parents are in school. Sorry, not school. They have gone for work, right? They have gone for work. Some will be doctors, some will be teachers, some will be engineers. They must not have work from home now. So they must have gone to the office. So to speak with them, to communicate with them, we need telephone. And who gifted us telephone? Who gifted us telephone? Alexander Graham Bell.
Alexander Graham Bell.
Now, during lockdown time, which was the toughest period where we couldn't meet our family members other than the near ones who are there already in the house. Other than that, what we used to do? Video calling. Every time. I think half of the time we were on video calling, group video calling. Yes, group video calling was very common. Everybody was on group video calling. So times have changed. With the telephone, we got internet, email, computer, smartphone, tablets. They are set timing. Then again, line is continuing timing. You have no idea how much study is going on from discovering the power of herbs in forests to exploring outer space. From the food we eat to the clothes we wear, science is doing wonders for us. So Lime is telling that she's telling there's too many experiments, researches, everything which is going on daily basis to get the power, to get some medicine from the herbs. Herbs means plants and trees. We get it from plants and trees in the forest. To exploring outer space, outside Earth, we are researching things like we are researching about Mars, we are researching about Jupiter, Moon. Yes or no? There are so many things which is coming up, like whether we have water, how is the space, how is Moon? If you land on Moon, what will be your condition? How much your weight will be there? So these things are going on. This is from the food we eat. Can we eat just rice, raw? We have to cook it, right?
Yes.
We need gas, we need utensils, we need water. So many processes there. Then only we can get a proper meal. To the dress we wear, clothes we wear. Can we take just cotton from the cotton bud and we can make a dress? No. Can we take sheep and make a dress? No. We need the process. So everywhere science is there. Then Tiny is asking, Didi, are there aliens in outer space? Are there aliens in outer space? Honestly, I don't know about that. For once, Laini had no answer and she kept quiet. Then I know what I will do when I grow up. I will science alien, said Tiny proudly. So Tiny is telling to her sister, she's asking like whether there are aliens. So her sister says, I don't know whether there are, because even there is no proper answer whether there are aliens or not. Some are saying we have seen, some are saying we don't know, it is just a news. So there is no proper research on that. There is no proper evidence that you know whether aliens. So she's telling, I will science aliens. See, there is a mistake here. What will be the correct answer? There's a grammatical error. There are many errors.
Alien scientist.
I will be a scientist. Yes. So Slimy fell laughing from the chair. It is very good that you want to study science and be a scientist. But first get your 1 minute, Catherine. But first get your spellings and grammar right. Otherwise, how will the aliens understand you? So Lime is telling, she fell down from the chair. She said, very good, you want to study science and become a scientist. But first you have to learn the spelling of science, because she started from the science spelling and the discussion came here. And the grammar also, because here if you see in this sentence, the grammar is incorrect. So she's telling to learn grammar and spellings correct, then only the aliens will be able to understand you. Otherwise, they won't be able to understand you. Okay? It is written by Shurbi Sarna. Yes, Catherine.
Excuse me, ma'am, do we have to correct that?
No, Catherine. It was just for explanation. Okay, Catherine?
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's do the question answers, okay? Let's do the question answers. Please, you have to repeat after me. Okay. Chapter lesson 16, the magical word of science. Fed up. Tired of something. Fed up.
Tired of something.
Fed up.
Tired of
Tired
something.
of something.
Process. Method.
Method.
Process.
Method.
Miracle. Magical or wonderful events. Miracles.
Magical wonderful event.
Thunderstorm. A storm with
A storm
thunder
with thunder
Storm with
and
thunder and lightning.
and lightning. A storm with thunder and lightning.
Lightning.
A storm with thunder
And lightning.
Lightning.
and lightning. Invented.
Created
Or designed. Created or designed. Discovered.
to make
To make known or visible to others.
Make known or visible to others. Give antonyms. Give opposites. Remember?
forgot.
Forget.
Forgot.
Forget. It is present tense, so answer will be in present tense. Ancient.
Modern.
Modern. Attached.
Detached.
Do you know what is the meaning of attached? Attached.
Yes, ma'am.
Detach means I said that your parents will detach all the plugs. They'll unplug everything. Detach. Comfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Comfortable.
Means predictable. Surprise.
Predictable.
Predictable.
Write the past tense. Understand.
Understood.
Understood.
Bite. Sorry, bite.
Bed.
Bite.
More.
I am asking about bite and you are telling both. Bite.
Bit.
Where.
More.
To.
Proof.
Apply. Answer the following. What did Timmy think about science at the beginning of the story? What did Timmy think?
At the beginning of the story,
Timmy was fed up with science
science
and
thought
it was the most boring.
Now please read.
At the beginning of the story, Tiny was fed up with science and thought it was the most boring subject in the whole world.
Whole world. Okay.
Whole
At the
world.
beginning of the story, everyone. Timmy was fed up with science.
Timmy was fed up with science.
Timmy was fed up with science and thought
And thought it was the most boring
Boring
subject
subject in the whole world.
in the whole world.
The whole world.
What was Timmy fed up of? Shri Rupda, can you read?
Timmy was fed up of remembering things that she could not understand.
Very good. Timmy was fed up of. Everyone, Timmy was fed
Was
up
fed
of.
up remembering
Things
remembering things
that she could not understand. How did Timmy describe a world without science?
Jimmy described
a world
Without
without
science. Okay, 1 minute. Adira, please read. Adira, please read. Adira, we cannot hear you.
and we
Adira,
can't
Adira.
hear her.
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Timing described a world without science as a world in which she could then eat ice cream, watch cartoons, and do science fiction.
Okay, Timmy described the world. Please.
Timmy
described
described
A world without
science.
and she could watch cartoons and draw in the
Watch cartoons and draw in the silent period. Who discovered electricity? You went?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, you went.
Benjamin Franklin, an American scientist, invented electricity.
Very good. So Benjamin Franklin, an American scientist, invented electricity. Everyone repeat.
American scientist invented electricity.
Who invented the telephone?
360.
Shringa. We cannot hear you, Shringa.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone.
Very good. Okay. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. How is science doing wonders for us, Catherine? According
to Lemmy, science is exploring many things, from discovering the power of herbs in forests to exploring the outer space. Science is doing wonders for us.
Very good. According to Lemmy, science is exploring many things. From discovering the power of herbs in forests to exploring the outer space, science is doing wonders for us. What does Timmy decide at the end of the story? Mayasa?
Aimee decides to study science and become a scientist.
Very
Ma'am,
good.
one more thing.
Yes.
Ma'am, my English literature notebook is full, so I'm writing in another notebook.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, Taimi decides to study science and become a scientist. Okay. Now two more things. You will have questions like make sentences. Example, you have to now make a sentence on the word science. On the word science. Yes, ma'am.
Science is everywhere.
Science makes our life easy. Science is important for us.
Science helps us study work.
Everywhere and everything.
Okay, you all know now this. Then who said these words also? For that you have to read the textbook properly. Okay. The next thing, you have an activity for English literature. You have an activity for English literature. What is the activity? You have to write 5 sentences. How many sentences?
5 sentences.
About
5 sentences.
any of the scientists. Any of the scientists, whichever you like. Any scientist. 5 sentences.
Ma'am, if all 5 sentences should be of the same sentence.
Yes, Achyut. For example, I have to write 5 sentences of Achyut. So can I write Shringa, Anne Maria, Niharika and others? No, right? I will write about only Achyut, right? So any one scientist, his or her discoveries, you have to write. If you want, one minute, Kathy. If you want, you can take pictures. No, it's okay. But I want this activity to be ready by Wednesday. Wednesday, if we have a class, you will be presenting in the class. Or no, then okay. Tomorrow, you have your English grammar class, but we'll be continuing with English literature. Okay. So please be ready with your seminars also. Please be ready with your seminars. Understood, everybody?
Okay,
Ma'am, is it about like one scientist, 5 sentences, or 5 scientists, 1 sentences?
Student, one sentence, 5 sentences.
Ma'am, if we have a picture, can I paste it?
Yes, if you have a picture. Let me take down your attendance, okay? Thank you, everyone. So please remember tomorrow, be ready with the seminar.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you. Bye, ma'am. Thank you.